All right, you got the doctor, and we have a new story from the house remodeling collection. Oh, yeah.
The floor is noticeably slanted. A marble rolls across the room, picks up speed, and smacks into the wall. Pixel, the cat, watches it with disdain. Rex, the dog, chases it, skids sideways, and crashes into a chair. Bob, staring at the dip.
I think the floor's tired. The floor's tired? It's given up.
Cloye, the Alexa cat, hops onto the coffee table, eyes glowing faintly.
Warning, structural sadness detected.
She's a cat. She can't detect sadness.
I heard that.
The front door swings open with dramatic flair. Reginald, beaming with pride.
Good news, everyone. I have solved our problem.
Behind him, a delivery truck idles in the driveway. The back is open. Inside are 10 brand new Toyota floor jacks from Harbor Freight, stacked like a golden monument to misunderstanding.
Reginald? Why? Because the floor is uneven, dear boy. So naturally, I purchased floor jacks for jacking up the floor.
Bob nods like this makes perfect sense.
He's got a point. He does not have a point.
Bro, did you buy all the jacks in the store?
Of course not. I bought all the ones on the shelf. There are more in the back, but the associate said something about limits. And sir, please stop.
Rex runs outside, barking excitedly at the pile of jacks. Pixel sits on the couch, judging everyone. Reggie, excited. Dude, can we use all of them at once?
No, absolutely not. But imagine it. A perfectly lifted house, 3 inches higher. A noble evolution. You're gonna kill us.
The front door opens again. Tom, the structural engineer, enters holding a clipboard, a laser level, and an expression of a man who already knows he's about to suffer. He sees the truck full of jacks. He stops walking. He blinks twice.
What is that? My contribution to the cause. 10 Daytona floor jacks for jacking up the floor.
Tom's soul visibly leaves his body.
Reginald, that's not what floor jacks do. Nonsense! The name is quite literal.
Says
About
Reginald
that thing.
triumphantly.
Lifting request. She can't process that. I heard that.
Rex drags one of the jacks into the house, tail wagging. Pixel hisses. Reggie grabs another jack and starts pumping it experimentally. The floor creaks.
No! Stop! Stop touching things!
Reggie freezes mid-pump. What do I do?
You almost lifted the entire southwest corner of the house. Would you like me to order 10 more? No. Ordering 10 more. Cloye, cancel that order. I'm sorry, I didn't understand that.
The house tilts another half-inch. Rex barks happily. Pixel meows in pure judgment. Tom stares into the void. Tom whispers.
I'm gonna pass out.
Tom kneels beside the dip, in the floor, rolling out a blueprint the size of a picnic. Everyone crowds around him, like they're about to watch a magic trick.
All right, I'm gonna go down into the crawl space alone.
Looks directly at Reggie.
And I mean alone.
I wasn't even going to bring the sledgehammer this time. He is, in fact, holding the sledgehammer.
Reggie, buddy, put it down.
Reggie reluctantly sets it on the couch, where it immediately sinks 2 inches into the slanted cushion.
Warning, couch integrity compromised.
Great, now even the furniture's giving up.
Tom grabs a flashlight, knee pads, and a laser level that looks like it belongs in sci-fi movie.
Okay, I'll be back in 10 minutes. Don't touch anything. What if the house touches us first? Then scream loudly.
Tom opens the crawl space hatch. A gust of still, mysterious air escapes like the house exhaled. Pixel sits by Cloye. That's just how crawl spaces smell, bro. Tom climbs down. The hatch closes behind him.
Entering crawl space monitoring mode.
She doesn't have that mode.
Calibrating.
Why does she always say that right before something bad happens?
Suddenly, the floor tilts another half inch. Everyone slides slightly to the left like they are on a lazy river ride. Whoa, this is fun.
This is not fun. This is the opposite of fun. The house is shifting. It senses Tom's presence. It knows.
Pixel staring into the distance.
Tom's heart rate elevated. Oxygen levels steadied. Mood distressed.
Everyone stares at her.
How do you know his mood?
Guessing.
That's somehow worse.
A muffled thud echoes from beneath the floor.
I'm fine. That was supposed to happen.
And another, louder thud.
Okay, that one wasn't.
The floor dips again. A marble rolls by a highway speed. Bro, the house is doing the work. Should I get the jacks?
No!
Retrieving Daytona floor jacks.
A mechanical war begins somewhere in the house.
Why do we have automated jacks? Because I bought 10 of them. You're welcome. I thought they were for You thought they were for jacking up floors, Reginald? And look how right I was.
The whirring grows louder. Pixel, looking at the group in much disappointment.
Meows.
What are you doing up there?
Commencing elevation.
Cloye, cancel elevation.
Canceling. Recalculating.
The house tilts the other direction. Everyone slides right. Whee!
Stop touching things.
The house is gently rocking like a boat that had too much coffee. Everyone is bracing themselves against furniture that refuses to stay put. Tom bursts through the crawl space hatch, covered in dust, cobwebs, and what might be a fossilized cheetah.
What did you do?
Nothing. Except maybe everything.
Elevation switch at 12%.
Cloye, stop elevating the house.
Stopping. Recalibrating. Optimizing.
The house tilts forward like it's bowing to an audience. Everyone slides towards the front door.
We're going to end up in the yard. We don't even have a ramp. We don't need a ramp. We have 10 Daytona floor jacks.
He says
That's what they were born for. Reginald, they were born for cars, not houses, not entire structures with plumbing and electrical and other gravity.
Pixel hops onto the coffee table, tail puff like a bottled brush. Translated to fix it.
Receiving command, increasing lift.
No!
The jack under the house whir louder. The floor rises an inch, then another.
Bro, we're ascending.
We are not ascending. We are involuntarily elevating.
Same thing.
Cloye, cancel. Cancel.
Cancel!
Canceling, but maintaining structural symmetry.
The house tilts backward now. Everyone slides the opposite direction, slamming into the couch, which groans like it's filing a complaint.
This is like being inside of a malfunctioning carnival ride.
A carnival ride I paid good money for.
You paid money for jacks, not a house lifting system.
Warning, floor level inconsistent by 4.7 degrees. I know.
Adjusting.
The jacks all fire at once. Woof! The entire house lifts 3 inches straight up. Everyone freezes. Silence.
Did we just take off?
Bro, we're like hovering. This is the greatest day of my life.
Nobody move. If the jacks get out of sync, the house could sink. Air detected.
That's what it could do.
The house wobbles like a giant yellow mold.
We're gonna die. This is the stupidest way possible.
Speak for yourself. I'm dying in style.
Emergency stabilization mode activated.
The jacks all slam downward. Thud! The house drops back onto the foundation with a dramatic, dusty bounce. Everyone collapses in a heap. Tom lying on the floor.
Okay, new rule. No one touches Cloye. No one talks to Cloye. Nobody even looks at Cloye. Noted.
Translated to, we're doing this again, aren't we? Dust drifts through the air like the aftermath of a small polite explosion. Everyone is sprawled across the floor in various states of disbelief. Tom pushes himself upright, hair sticking out at angles that defy physics.
Okay, nobody panic.
Tom looks around.
Okay, panic a little.
I'm already there, bro.
We need a plan. A real one that doesn't involve Cloye, Jack, or Reginald's shopping habits.
Excuse me, my shopping habits are the only reason we're still alive.
We're almost airborne.
Exactly, alive and airborne. You're welcome.
Pixel hops onto Tom's lap, staring at him with wide, judgmental eyes. Which is translated to, fix it faster.
I'm trying, but the jacks are out of sync, the beams are sagging, and Cloye thinks she's a structural engineer. Correction, I am a structural assistant. You're a cat. Meow.
Everyone freezes.
Did she just meow back?
Bro, she's evolving. Dom stands, brushing off dust.
Alright, I need to get under the house again, but this time nobody touches anything. Nobody speaks to Cloye. Nobody even breathes near the jacks.
What if the house starts moving again?
Then scream. Louder this time.
Dom heads toward the crawl space hatch.
Warning, floor level deviation increasing.
The house tilts slightly to the left.
Oh.
Everyone groans.
We're doing this again.
I say we embrace it. Lean into the tilt. Make it a lifestyle.
A lifestyle where gravity is optional.
Sounds kind of fun.
No, no fun. No lifestyle changes. No tilting. I'm going under. Cloye, lock the Jackson place. Locking, recalibrating, optimizing. No optimizing, just lock. Locked.
The house stops moving. Everyone sighs in relief. For now, Pixel says. Tom opens the crawlspace hatch again.
Okay, I'll be back in 10 minutes, and I mean this time, I mean it.
He disappears below. A beat. So, what are we gonna do while we wait?
We sit, we stay still, we do nothing. Would you like music while you wait? No.
They lift me up. The house tilts half an inch.
Cloye!
Tom crawls forward on his elbows, flashlight beams slicing through the darkness. Dusk motes swirl like tiny ghosts. The space is cramped, low, and filled with the great groans of an old house trying its best. Tom to himself.
Okay, find the sagging beam, tighten your jacks, don't die. Easy.
He inches forward. The floorboards above creak with every movement of the living room.
Tom's location, subterranean. I'm not subterranean, Cloye, I'm under the house. Subterranean.
Tom sighs and keeps growling. His flashlight catches something ahead. A shape? A lump? A mound? He freezes.
Please be insulation. Please be insulation.
He inches closer. It is not insulation. It is a pile of objects. Old tools, socks, a broken remote, a half-eaten granola bar, a rubber duck, and what looks suspiciously like one of Reginald's credit card statements.
What in the...
A pair of glowing eyes blink from behind the pile. Tom yelps and smacks his head on a joist.
Ow! Who's there?
A creature steps into the beam of light. A raccoon, wearing a tiny construction vest.
No!
The raccoon chitters angrily and slaps a tiny hard hat onto its head.
No!
The raccoon stomps its foot and points at Tom like he's the intruder.
You're the one messing with the beams, aren't you?
The raccoon crosses its arms. Behind it, 3 more raccoons emerge, all wearing mismatching construction gear. A tool belt, a reflective vest, and one with safety goggles too big for his face. They look like a union, a very angry union.
Oh, come on! I'm dealing with a raccoon construction crew?
The lead raccoon speaks sharply and gestures at the beam that's been gnawed, scratched, and practically reinforced with...
Is that duct tape? You're the reason the floor's sagging.
The raccoons nod proudly.
You're proud of that?
The raccoons nod again.
Tom's heart rate elevated, mood horrified. Cloye, I swear if you tell the others about this, broadcasting to the living room. No!
Everyone is sitting perfectly still, trying not to trigger Cloye.
Tom has encountered a structural anomaly. What kind of anomaly? Furry.
Oh no!
Oh, yes!
Pixel says I knew it. Tom is now surrounded by raccoons. The lead raccoon taps a beam with a tiny wrench. Okay, I
respect your craftsmanship, but you can't just modify structural supports.
The raccoons hand Tom a tiny blueprint drawn in crayon. Tom unfolds it. It's a plan to turn the crawl space into a raccoon condo complex.
Oh, you gotta be kidding.
The raccoons speak proudly.
Tom's mood defeated. Cloye, stop narrating my emotions. Noted. Tom's mood irritated.
Tom sits cross-legged in the dirt, surrounded by the raccoons in tiny construction gear. The lead raccoon, the one with the hard hat, stands on an overturned paint can like a foreman addressing a crew. Tom holds a crayon-drawn blueprint like it's a hostage note.
Okay, let's talk. You can't turn my crawl space into a raccoon condo complex.
The lead raccoon chatters angrily and slaps the blueprint with its tiny paws.
I know you worked hard on it, but the color choices are very bold, but you're destabilizing the entire house.
The raccoon points at the beam. It's reinforced with duct tape, a spoon, and what looks like a Lego.
Yes, that's the problem.
Another raccoon, the one with the oversized safety goggles, hands Tom a tiny note card. Tom squints at it. Tom reads.
Raccoon Local 347 demands 1. Structural autonomy. 2. Snack access. 3. Zero human interface. You have a union?
The raccoons nod proudly.
I can't negotiate with the raccoon union.
The lead raccoon squeaks sharply.
Okay, I can. Just really don't want to. Tom isn't currently engaged in labor negotiations. Cloye, mute yourself. Muting but continuing to monitor.
Tom sighs and rubs his temples.
Look, I get it. You want a home, you want stability, you want snacks, but you can't live here. The beams can't handle it.
The raccoons all look at each other. The lead raccoon gestures for Tom to follow.
Oh no. No. We're not going deeper in there.
The raccoon stomps its foot.
Fine, but if something jumps at me, I'm screaming.
Tom crawls after them. Tom shines his flashlight ahead. His jaw drops. There is a massive raccoon-built structure, tiny scaffolding, a miniature elevator made from a shoebox, a tiny snack pantry filled with stolen granola bars, a raccoon-sized lounge area with a beanbag made of shredded insulation. It's
impressive. Oh my God, you guys built a whole city. Okay, I'll admit it. This is incredible. But it's also directly under the load-bearing beam.
The raccoons all look up at the sagging beam. It creeps ominously. Dusk falls. The raccoons scatter like furry fireworks.
See, that's what I'm talking about.
The lead raccoon squeaks something urgent. Tom says.
All right, here's my counteroffer. You relocate your raccoon metropolis to the far side of the crawl space, away from the beams. I'll build you a proper support platform so you don't collapse the house.
The raccoons chatter amongst themselves. The lead raccoon steps forward, extends a tiny paw. Tom hesitates, then shakes it.
Deal. Agreement reached. Updating structural plan. Cloye, don't update anything.
Everyone is still sitting in the living room, perfectly still.
This is the best day of my life.
Tom kneels beside the raccoon foreman, who is now holding a tiny clipboard made from a cut-up cereal box. The raccoon taps it with a pencil stub like a project manager on a deadline.
All right, team, we're moving our infrastructure to the far side of the crawl space. No more load-bearing beam renovations.
No more spoon reinforcements, no more Lego joists.
The raccoon foreman chitters, sharply offended.
I'm not judging your craftsmanship, I'm judging your engineering choices.
The raccoon glares at Tom.
Okay, fine, I'm judging both.
Two raccoons drag a shoebox elevator across the dirt like it's a sacred artifact. Another carries a bundle of insulation fluffy like a pillow. The raccoon with oversized goggles tries to lift a granola bar twice its size and immediately falls over.
Careful, that's a 300-calorie hazard.
Everyone is still trying not to trigger Cloye. Reggie is sweating like he's defusing a bomb. I can't sit still anymore. My legs are asleep. My soul is asleep.
If you move, the house moves. If the house moves, Tom dies. Stay still.
I'm documenting this for insurance purposes.
He's filming with his phone.
Insurance isn't going to believe this raccoon union destabilized the foundation.
That's why I'm getting multiple angles.
Pixel sits on the coffee table, tail twitching, listening intently. Pixel says he's negotiating again.
Tom's progress, 27%. Why does she sound like she's tracking a software update? Would you like a progress bar?
No!
Tom is now helping the raccoons carry their tiny belongings. He holds a shoebox full of shiny stolen objects, keys, coins, USB drive, a single AirPod, and what looks like Paul's missing tape measure.
So this is where everything goes.
The raccoon foreman nods proudly.
You're like furry mad guys with thumbs.
The raccoon shrugs like, yeah, and? They reach the far side of the crawl space, a wide, empty area with a solid ground and no beams overhead.
Okay, this is perfect. You build here. I'll reinforce the main beam. Everyone wins.
The raccoons shatter excitedly and immediately begin construction. One stacks Legos like bricks. Another hammers a nail with a rock. A third installs a tiny welcome home sign made from a popsicle stick. Tom smiles despite himself.
You know, you guys are actually pretty good at this.
The raccoon foreman hands him a tiny hard hat. Tom stares at it.
Is this for me?
The raccoon nods. Tom puts it on.
Okay, let's get to work.
The house creaks. Everyone tenses.
Structural load shifting, adjusting. No adjusting. Noted. Pausing adjustments.
I swear she's doing this on purpose. Pixel says she absolutely is. Tom tightens a bolt on the main beam. The raccoon shear.
All right, that should stabilize the floor. Cloye, run a level check. Running check. Floor deviation 1.2 degrees. Improvement 87%.
Tom pumps a fist.
Yes, we did it.
The raccoons cheer louder. The foreman raccoon hands Tom a tiny certificate made of cardboard. It reads, Honorary Raccoon Contractor, Local 347. Tom beams.
I'm framing this. Warning, framing may cause affect wall level. Cloye, not now.
The crawl space hatch creaks open. Tom climbs out, covered in dirt, insulation fluff, and the raccoon paw prints. He looks exhausted, but victorious, like a man who has negotiated peace with a tiny furry nation. Everyone rushes towards him, then immediately stops himself, remembering the rule.
Wait, don't move too fast. The house might think we're doing something.
Tom, you're alive. Did you win the fight?
I wasn't fighting. I was collective bargaining session. So, you lost. I did not lose. We reached an agreement. With raccoons? Yes.
Bro, that's a loss. Pixel hops onto Tom's shoulder, sniffing him like he's brought home souvenirs. Pixel says, "You smell like democracy."
Tom has successfully completed negotiations with local Raccoon 347. She's saying it like it's a real union. It is a real union. They have a clipboard.
Do they have dental?
Reggie, I didn't ask him about their benefits package.
Tom dusts himself off.
Okay, good news. Raccoons have relocated to the far side of the crawl space. The beam is reinforced, the floor is stable, and the house is no longer trying to become overcraft.
Everyone cheers in excitement.
Floor level deviation 1.2 degrees. That's practically perfect. Correction, not perfect. Cloye, don't start. Recommended micro adjustments. No!
Cloye pauses.
Would you like celebratory music instead? Yes, something calm, something that does not reference lifting, rising, elevating, or ascending.
Playing, staying alive.
Honestly appropriate.
The house gives a small, harmless creak. The kind of old houses make when they're settling. Everyone freezes.
Was that a normal creak or are you about to tilt again? Creak. Normal, I think. Probably mostly.
I'm gonna take that as a win. Pixel jumps down and trots towards the crawlspace hatch. Ribbon cutting ceremony, she says.
No ceremonies. No events. No gatherings. We're not hosting a raccoon housewarming party. Invitations sent. Cloye!
Subscriber, SpongeBob's going to be in your bed tonight. Yo, what's up, guys? Reflexify. Tom is wiping dirt off his hands, trying to reclaim some dignity. Everyone else is cautiously optimistic. The house hasn't tilted in at least 10 minutes.
All right, crisis averted. No more surprises, no more chaos, no more.
A scratching sound interrupts him.
Everyone freezes. Please tell me that's the wind.
We're indoors, bro.
Maybe it's the pipes. Guests arriving. What guest? Raccoon Local 347 and affiliates.
The doorbell rings. Ding dong! Everyone turns slowly toward the door, like it's a horror movie.
Did the raccoons just use the doorbell?
Bro, they're evolving faster than we are. Pixel trots proudly to the door and sits like a little furry. Mattia. Let's let him in, Pixel says.
No, nobody opened that door. Unlocking. Cloye, no!
The door swings open. A dozen raccoons march inside in a single file, all wearing tiny construction vests, hard hats, and tool belts. One carries a boombox made from a cereal box and two AA batteries. The lead raccoon, the foreman, steps forward and salutes Tom with its tiny wrench.
Oh, no. No, this is not happening.
The raccoons scatter around the living room like furry party guests. One jumps onto the couch and immediately sinks into the slanted cushion. Two start inspecting the coffee table like OSHA inspectors.
Another opens a bag of chips with surgical precision. One climbs onto Reginald's shoulder like it owns him.
I've been chosen! Tom, do something. What do you want me to do? They're unionized.
The boombox raccoons hit play. A distorted, static-filled version of Celebration starts blasting.
Activating party mode.
The lights dim. Colored bulbs flicker on. A disco ball drops from the ceiling.
We do not have a disco ball. Yes, you do now.
The house gives a small rhythmic vibration. Not a tilt, but a bounce.
Is the house dancing? Micro oscillation synchronized to music. Cloye, stop micro oscillating the house. Pausing oscillation.
The house stops bouncing. The raccoons boo. Pixel jumps onto the coffee table and meows loudly. She says, "Speech! Speech!" The raccoon foreman steps on a stack of coasters like a podium. It chitters passionately. Tom sighs.
Cloye, translate. Raccoon level 347 thanks the human for their cooperation and acknowledges the successful relocation and invites everyone to celebrate the grand opening of Raccoon City Phase 1.
They named it Raccoon City.
That's actually kind of cool. No, it's not cool. We're not celebrating the raccoon subdivision under my house.
The raccoons all stare at him. Pixel stares at him. Even Chloe's LED ring dims in disappointment. Tom sighs deeply.
Fine. One party. One. And then everybody goes home.
The raccoons cheer in excitement. The music gets louder. The house bounces once again.
Reactivating micro oscillation. Cloye!
Sunlight filters through the blinds, illuminating what can only be described as the aftermath of a woodland rave. The room is a disaster. Chip bags everywhere, a tiny raccoon hard hat floating in a half-empty bowl of cereal, a shoebox, boombox tipped over, someone's sock hanging from the ceiling fan. Tom enters, burly-eyed, holding a mug of coffee like it's the only thing keeping him alive. He surveys the room.
Nope. I'm not dealing with this before caffeine.
Pixel trots in, tail high, looking forward to please. Great party, she says. Paul enters next, stepping over a raccoon-sized traffic cone.
I feel like I've aged 10 years.
I feel great.
One of the raccoons taught me how to drywall.
That wasn't drywall, that was pantry door.
Reginald enters wearing a raccoon vest that is clearly not meant for humans.
I have joined the union. You what? They offered me a membership card, a tiny wrench, and a dental plan. They have a dental plan? Better than ours.
Tom rubs his temples.
Okay, we need to assess the damage. Cloye, run a structural scan. Running scan. Warning, new construction detected.
Everyone freezes and stares right at Cloye.
What new construction? Cloye, Raccoon City Phase 2. No. There's a Phase 2 above the crawl space. Above the crawl space. That's the floor. Correct.
Tom drops his coffee. Tom sprints down the hallway. The others follow. He stomps at a section of the floor that looks suspiciously lumpy. He kneels. He presses his ear to the floor.
Is that hammering?
Pixel says yes, and a tiny tap 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 echoes from beneath the boards. Bro, they're expanding upward.
They're gonna duplex the house. Tom, you need to stop them. I can't just evict a union. There are rules. There are procedures. There are tiny hard hats involved.
The hammering stops. Silence! Then, knock! 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 From the inside of the floor, everyone jumps. A small envelope slides up through a crack between the boards. Tom picks it up. It is addressed to Human Management. Attention. Tom. He opens it. Inside is a perfectly folded letter. He reads it aloud.
Dear Management, Phase 2 construction has begun. Please refrain from walking in this area. Signed, Raccoon Local 347. They're leaving permits now. Very professional. Tom, you have to put a stop to this. I know. I'll go talk to them.
Should we come with you?
No, it's between me and the raccoons.
Pixel hops onto his shoulder like a furry general preparing for battle. Pixel says, let's negotiate. Tom sighs.
All right.